Oh, why, hello there, my beautiful people. Mwah. Amanda here, Erotic Blueprint Breakthrough Coach and DōTERRA Wellness Advocate. So, I wanted to create a little series that combines my two passions, which is sex and intimacy and pleasure and connection, with essential oils, natural medicine, and so today I want to cover the energetic. So the energetic is one of the 5 erotic blueprint types. So we have the energetic, the sensual, the sexual, the kinky, and the shapeshifter. So the energetic is someone who is turned on by space, anticipation, and tease. They love deep, heartfelt connection. If they don't feel connected, they can just shut down. And so these people are people who really, really, really enjoy the tease factor. If things happen too fast, too quick, too soon, they shut down. So they're the type of person who can lock eyes with someone from across the room and get that like shudder through their body. And they like to play with closeness and then distance, closeness and distance. And what I compare that to is tease, okay? So they are a lot like getting a fire going, okay? A fire needs air. To put a fire, you put little sticks on, you get some newspaper, you get it going, and then you give it air, and then you put some more bigger logs on, and you give it some air, and then you put the big logs on, and you give it air. So that's what an energetic is like. It's like getting a fire going. So if you give them space, their arousal builds over time. So how I explain an energetic is the touch is very much off the body or very, very, very light touch. So they really, so if you were to stand in front of an energetic at a good distance apart, about an arm's length, they'd be able to feel you. And as you come in closer, they'll be able to feel you even stronger and even stronger and even stronger. They thrive by you taking time and by being present with them. Their arousal starts way before any physical touch happens. And so when physical touch does happen, if it comes in too fast, too quick, too soon, it can be very kind of like traumatic, okay? And their whole body can like jump out of their body. And if we kind of look at the energetic type, it's not always true, but sometimes, and more times often than not, these are the people who had really intense experiences as young children. This could be fighting, this could be abuse, this could be just really a lot of drama or trauma. And so what energetics learn at a young age is that by saving themselves and by protecting themselves, they tend to jump out of their body when those intense situations occur. So a lot like this later on in life, they need that steadiness, okay? And so they are very empathetic, very intuitive. They're very sensitive. They are the type that are into like tantric sex. And they may not know this is if this is like a very developed energetic, but they will be the type that are interested in like yoga, spirituality, the esoterics, having like astral projection and like cosmic sex. So they're the type that can have non-genital orgasms. They can have like non-physical touch orgasms. They are very good at focusing. So they're usually very intuitive lovers, and because they're very sensitive, They can really tell when there's something off with their lover. If there's something emotional going on, if there is, just stress going on, they pick up on it. And they're the type of blueprint or person that will have that like gut feeling. And they're like, ooh, something is off, okay? And so if things are on and if they're really, really connected, like intellectually and like have that presence and that heart connection, their pleasure will build as their partner's pleasure builds. Okay? And this doesn't necessarily even have to be with a partner. Energetics sometimes if they are self-pleasuring, they are the type who sometimes struggle with having orgasm because they're so disconnected with their body. So they need to take their time. They need that light hovering touch. And yeah, that space and anticipation and tease, and sometimes really high vibrational music can really help. Anyway, they are fed by light hovering touch, lots of anticipation, eye contact, synchronized breath, feeling very present, teasing touch, deep emotional connection, and they like the light hovering breath on the skin, okay? And yeah, so I don't want to get too deep into the energetic type and take forever, but I wanted to give you guys essential oils that will help with the energetic type. So the energetic, because they're very, very sensitive and they're very, very sensitive to other people, they're the type who are really sensitive in crowds and can get overwhelmed and sometimes have that anxiety if they aren't really capable or have the skills to create energetic boundaries. So one oil that I always suggest for the energetic type is tea tree, okay? Tea tree, also known as melaleuca, is the essential oil of energetic boundaries. So this really helps with overwhelm. Like, you know, when you get like really hypersensitive or you kind of get that like anxiety, that anticipation, too much, oh my gosh, overwhelm. This will really, really, really help. It is a potent oil. So it helps us take space for ourselves. It helps us keep our energy to ourselves and everyone else's energy to themselves. So it creates that energetic boundary. It helps with energetic drain and energy suckers. So I really suggest people who are highly energetic, highly just like have that anticipation, have that like anxiety, that flutter and butterflies sensation, to use this in the morning and in the evening, before pleasure and after pleasure. So it really helps, keep those energetic boundaries strong. What else? This is also really great on the bottoms of the feet, the top of the head, the wrists, and to just diffuse or inhale straight from the bottom. Another oil that I highly suggest for the energetic is clove. So tea tree is the oil of energetic boundaries. Clove is the oil of physical boundaries, okay? Because people who are highly energetic feel so much, they are sometimes, the shadow of that is they have a hard time creating boundaries and standing up for themselves or articulating what is going on. So clove really helps energetic people say no when things aren't feeling right. You know, when that touch happens too fast, too soon, or someone who is super sexual just wants to go straight into penetration and they're like, oh, I'll just take it, or they kind of jump out of their body and then they feel empty. This oil will help say, hey, this is too much. I'm overwhelmed. I need to say no right now, and I need to step back and I need to gather my energy. Really great on the bottom of the feet, top of the head. Oh, sorry, that's for the other one. really good for the bottoms of the feet and the solar plexus. And this oil will help if you inhale it, and I just hold it over the throat, because it helps us speak our boundaries over the solar plexus and then clearing the aura. The next oil that I suggest for the energetic is lemongrass. And lemongrass, side note, back to clove. This is a very strong oil. All you need is 1 drop and diluted with a jojoba oil, fractionated coconut oil. It's very, very strong. So back to lemongrass. Lemongrass is the oil of cleansing. And so again, with that energetic, when you feel like you've taken on too much, it helps us cleanse. It helps us cleanse the space and the energy between you and the other person, if there is another person. This is really good on the bottoms of the feet. Again, the bottoms of the feet are an amazing place to put oils, because the largest pores on the body are on the bottoms of the feet, and it's where we detox. It's just really quick absorption. And if you tend to maybe not like the smell, the bottoms of the feet are really, really great. So lemongrass on the bottoms of the feet, dilute, rub on the bottoms of the feet, and down the spine. It really helps us feel cleansed and supported if we massage it down the length of the spine. Where am I? You can just pop a drop in your palm of your hand and inhale. And again, clear the aura. The next oil that I want to suggest is myrrh. So myrrh is, I kind of explain it as, and I kind of see it and feel it as a very spiritual oil. It reminds me of like sandalwood and frankincense. It's very earthy. And so bringing myself to what the name of the oil is, myrrh is the oil of Mother Earth. So it's very grounding. It really, really helps us connect to that maternal energy and those feelings of, say, if someone is energetic, maybe they had a sense of like abandonment when they were younger. This really helps people connect back to that maternal energy, that earth energy, that grounded energy, and that feeling of safety, that feeling of being nurtured, that feeling of being comforted. So the oil of Mother Earth, it inspires feelings of trust. And this oil is really, really great to dilute. Oh, I love it. And apply over the heart, the sacrum, and around the navel, because it's that womb maternal energy. And again, diffuse or inhale from the bottle. Now, you can use all of these 4 oils in combination, 1 drop of each, rub it in your hands, inhale, and clear the aura, because they're all very cleansing, boundary, consensual, strong oils for clearing and creating boundaries. So now I'm going to move into, so these are really, really great for the shadow aspects of the energetic. Now I'm going to move into expanding into the blueprint, the energetic blueprint. And now, say you are someone who's super sensual or identify as one of the other blueprint types. These oils will really help you connect with the energetic type. So these oils, because the energetic is very high vibration, very, very off the body, can feel and sense so much, I suggest oils that are very, very high vibrational. And one of those oils is Melissa. Melissa is the oil of light. And so this oil is very associated with the third eye and the crown chakra. This oil, you can Oh my gosh, it's divine. You can apply this oil to the third eye, the crown of the head, or you can, what I do is just take the top of the bottle and just dab your thumb on it. See how, oh, you can't really see it, but I got a good amount of oil. And then you just press it to the roof of your mouth, the soft palate, and hold it there for 30 seconds. And you can literally feel the energy come up into the head, the third eye, and kind of like this crown chakra opening. So this is the oil of truth and reminds people of who they are. Just going to rub that on my wrists and behind my ears. Ah, beautiful. So the next oil I'm going to suggest is rose. Now, side note, rose is the oil of divine love. And so this oil can be used across all of the blueprints for everyone. It really, really helps people connect to their divine heart connection. And so I use this in pleasure with myself, with my partner. I rub it all over the heart. I rub it in my hands and I do a heart-to-heart connection. And I use this in like body massage, but rose can be really, really great for dropping into that heart connection. So if you feel as though maybe you've been with your partner for a while and you guys kind of go through the motions and you're kind of missing that like presence and that connection, this oil is divine for creating that loving loving connective energy. It is a very like holy spiritual oil as well. And it opens us up to receiving love, which is something when I speak to a lot of people, they have a hard time opening up and being present and receiving the love that their partner is trying to give or has lost and they want to spark it again. It's really, really, really beautiful. Again, apply it over the heart and really on the bottoms of the feet, anywhere. I cover my entire body with it, and because it smells so good, and because by inhaling the oils, it directly influences the limbic brain. If you're in an intimate situation, having it behind the ears when your partner's kissing on your neck or getting close to you, they receive the benefits as well. Inner thighs is really beautiful as well. And so to my last oil that I'm going to suggest for expanding into the energetic type is marjoram. And I often feel like this oil is like left in the kitchen and forgotten about, but it is the oil of connection. And it's herbaceous, but it's also got a little bit of, it's subtle, and it's not as like potent as like, basil or any of the other like black pepper and stuff like that. But I really, really love it, and I put it in a lot of my blends because who doesn't want to feel more connected to their people, to their community, to themselves, to their partner, and just to life in general, right? We want to live a life that feels connected and that feels turned on. And so this oil helps the individual heal past heart wounds, okay? And how many of you guys can relate to, having conversations with your partner or your parents or friends and, intimacy with life, but we're holding on to past shit and baggage. And so this really helps us heal those past wounds so that we're not carrying around this bullshit and we're not coming from that place of past hurts and past pains. We're actually coming clean and connected and present. And we're not blaming our partners for how we have been treated in the past. And so, yeah, this oil is magic. So with that, because like connection has to happen before the heart can open, before we can open to pleasure, right? And so apply this to the heart, apply this to the bottoms of the feet. And I add it to my massage oils, and I think it's a really, really divine oil for creating connection with the body, creating connection with your spirituality, creating connection with your partner. And diffuse it. Add it to your blends, diffuse it, drop on the hands, rub them together, and inhale. And so with that, that concludes the oils that I want to share with you guys for the energetic type. Tomorrow I will be back explaining oils that you can use for the sensual type. And but what I wanted to say is this month with doTERRA is an amazing month to get started, because if you enroll with an order of 200 PV, which is point value or more, you get a bunch of stuff free. You get the OnGuard hand sanitizer spray. You get the OnGuard 15 ml essential oil. And you get the 10 ml OnGuard Touch. And so this is really good to just use on the go topically. And you also get a big jug of the foaming hand wash. And so I just fill mine to like there. See, it's OnGuard. I fill mine to there and then top it with water. And I've honestly had mine for forever. So you get all that stuff for free if you enroll with an order of 200 PV or more. And lastly, if you are interested in learning more about the erotic blueprints, the erotic blueprint types, and how you can create deeper connection with your partner, your life, if you've been feeling disconnected, if you've been feeling like you've been starving, if you feel like you have fear asking for what you want, if you don't know how to communicate your needs, if you feel like you and your partner are on totally different pages, if you've been having a hard time reaching orgasm and experiencing pleasure, feeling really disconnected with your body, or if you just feel like you have a good solid sex life but you want to take your intimacy and your connection to the next level, if you want to expand and grow so that you have the tools and the tricks and everything to create like a lasting, amazing sex life. I have an 8-week program starting on March 1st, and I am in the process of chatting with a bunch of people about taking part. And so if this is something that intrigues you, shoot me a message and let's jump on a call. It wouldn't hurt, and it's totally free. And we learn how to speak through the blueprints, how to different touch, and we play lots of fun games and all sorts of stuff. So I send you all of the love. I hope that was informative, and catch the replay if you didn't catch it all. And adios, amigos.